Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I am your host, Jose Garza. This is take two because the first take got destroyed by the internet. Thanks a lot, Spectrum. You suck. Anywho, we're not here to talk about Spectrum. We're not here to talk about my internet problems. So before I go down again, let's talk about what we're here to talk about. UFC 260. Stipe Ngannou 2. I hope you watched the fight. If you didn't catch it live, I hope you catch the replay because, son. It was fantastic. It was great. I mean, oh my gosh. Did you see the finish? Did you see how Miocic fell down to the ground unconscious? Did you see Sean O'Malley come back after his loss to Chito Vera? Did you see how Tyron Woodley, the former UFC champion, got put to sleep? He got knocked out. He got choked out. He tapped out. All of this shit. Did you see the fun women's fight that went second? Did you see the quick knockout that started off the show? Oh my gosh. Let's break it down. Francis Ngannou, as I predicted, in the second round, knocked out Stipe Miocic, the two-time UFC heavyweight champion, the greatest UFC heavyweight champion ever. What a fight. What a fight. First round, you think, Ngannou's going to bull rush Stipe because he's been bull rushing his opponents. His last 4 fights, he finished them all within 3 minutes, all of them combined. But patience was Ngannou. Patience was key. The poise, the composure, just relaxed, measured, patient, didn't rush anything. Give it credit for Stipe, though, because he got one good right hand and made his head snap back a little bit, but he kept his composure. He was good, too. And then he went for the takedown because he knew Ngannou was powerful. He knew Ngannou was tough. He knew that the only way to beat Ngannou is to wear him out if you take him down and just keep him like that, because you ain't knocking out Ngannou. You're going to wear him out with wrestling. But what did Ngannou do? He stuffed the takedown. He stuffed it. And not only did he stuff it, he got a bunch of nice punches in as well. Just a flurry of punches that just left Stipe just questioning everything, his whole game plan, and just knowing at that moment, my God, I'm against the guy that's going to beat me right now. When he went to the corner after the first round, Stipe had the eyes just like he was defeated. He was already defeated before getting up for the second round. He had it. His coaches were like, do what you need to do. Get your space. Don't stay in front of him. Don't be in his range. Game plan. Though they game planned. It didn't matter. What happened in the second? Freaking Ngannou with the right hand drops Stipe. Stipe tries to get up, gets up in the clinch, freaking punches left and right, nonstop from the challenger. He backs up. Then Stipe connects with a nice right hook, a right hook that has hurt and knocked out many of his opponents. Verdum, Cormier, Dos Santos, you name it. All the guys that have challenged freaking Stipe, and they've all fallen to it. And the second Stipe thought he hit him, and it did rock a little bit, just a little bit. That's all it needs to. He went in and got hit with the left hook, and it was over. Over. Ngannou finished off Stipe Miocic, and not only with the left hook, contorted leg and all falling backwards, unconscious, he finishes it with the hammer fist before referee Herb Dean, who was running for his life to stay Stipe, just killed it. Over, finished. What a fight. What a fight. It was crazy. I was watching it with my boy Jesse Mendez. We were freaking, hearts were pumping the whole time. It was crazy how it went down. Daniel Cormier on the broadcast saying that he wished his mic, could have been muted or whatever because he could hear his heartbeat. He's like, he feels like it's coming out of his chest. Well, brother, we all felt it. We were all feeling that same way. Woo. Your new UFC heavyweight champion, Francis Ngannou. Oh, I can't wait to what happens next. But let's talk about what happens next first for Stipe Miocic. The two-time champion If he doesn't, he should not be fighting next for the title. Not next. Not right away, right? Take the rest of 2021 off. This is enjoy the birth of your son. You and your lovely wife enjoy that beautiful moment. Enjoy it. Take the rest of the year off because right now, no. If you try to go back right away to fight Stipe, it's going to end the same and maybe even quicker. You have Derek Lewis for Francis Ngannou, not Stipe. You have John Jones. Which of the three is the more intrigue fight? Then we know the answer to that. It's the greatest UFC light heavyweight fighter, champion, and maybe overall the greatest men's MMA fighter of all time. That's who Francis Ngannou should fight next in his first title defense. Will it happen? We'll see. John Jones, if you're following on social media and Twitter, you're seeing the quotes on Instagram, you're seeing that he's pissed. He wants to get paid fairly for a fight against a heavyweight champion in the caliber of Francis Ngannou, the monster that he is, the beast that he is. He wants to get paid fairly. I believe he's only getting paid about $5 million per fight, only, right? But he wants more, and why not? The man's been undefeated. The man has been going at it nonstop against former champions, against the toughest challengers, knocked them out, submitted, taking them to decision, had great fight of the year moments with Alexander Gustafsson, rivalries with DC, Daniel Cormier. Why not pay this man what he's due? He's worked for it. He won the title at 23. That was what? 2011? That's 10 years ago. This man has been on top since. He hasn't lost. His one loss is a DQ that he was winning easily. He's an undefeated fighter, the greatest of all time. Dana White has said before, let's not be like boxing. Let's not let negotiations, let's not let money be the reason why, we don't get to see the fights we want to see. He was dissing boxing because they wouldn't book Prime Pacquiao versus Prime Mayweather. Well, now we have Prime Ngannou and Prime Jones. And your pride about not paying the man is stopping you from making this fight happen. I don't think whatever John Jones is going to ask is ridiculous. Hello, he's moving up a weight class to fight the baddest man on the planet. Baddest man on the planet. You understand that? Dana, Mr. Clean, do you understand that? We need to have this fight. There's no reason we should not be watching Francis Ngannou versus John Jones on International Fight Week or in August. I don't care what card it is, as long as it happens this year. There's no reason for it. John Jones did not vacate his title to move up a weight class to not get the title shot. Pay the man. That's all he's asking for. And Francis Ngannou, if you have as much faith in him that he's going to be the baddest man in heavyweight history in UFC or in MMA, that he's your MMA version of Mike Tyson, go for it. This is going to bring the viewers in. You're already going to have sellout arenas next month. You already have it in Jacksonville. You're trying to go for Texas. By July and August, you'll be back in Vegas then, right? I'm assuming with a full capacity crowd. I mean, you had freaking Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox and one of the Kardashians. You had Joe Burrow all at the freaking fights this past Saturday. Imagine a full arena with 20,000 fans cheering, ready to watch Ngannou on one side, Jones on the other. And you're telling me that you can't get your money back from that for whatever you paid John Jones? You tell me you can't get your money back? Are the illegal streamers really hitting you that hard? Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that nonsense. Maybe you should stop charging your freaking merchandise like your replica championship belts $850. I got this for way less than that. Hell no. Fuck that. Make it happen, Dana. Make it happen. Or get Lorenzo Fertitta in. If you can't do it, if you don't have enough cojones to make the fight happen, get Lorenzo. Bring him back in to consult this because this fight needs to happen. Stipe, take your time. Let Ngannou face off against Jones and Derek Lewis, and then come back the following year. I know they didn't finish off with Stipe stuff. Take about a year and a half off. Enjoy life. Enjoy. You are going to be a 39-year-old fighter, maybe 40 by the time you come back around that time. Take your time. No reason. Stipe, you've had wars with Daniel Cormier. Wars that, while maybe people say, man, won't say that probably the best fights ever. Dude, if you know fighting, you know how brutal those were for those two. DC retired. He couldn't go no more. Hip surgery and all, yes, but I mean, he left a piece of himself behind after his 3 fights with Stipe. Stipe, you did too with your fights with DC. There's no way you can tell me you didn't leave a part of your soul there, a piece of you that just says, I can't hang with you no more. I'm gonna stay here. Stipe, it's understandable, man. Take your time. Take your time to come back. I think you should get a title shot immediately whenever you come back, but take your time. Don't come back to 2022. I mean, just rest up, man. Just rest up. You are the greatest heavyweight champion in UFC history. You deserve that accolade. I respect you. I think a lot of people respect your talent and what you've done. You're not the shit talker that like a Nathan Diaz or a Conor McGregor, but you put in the work. You put in the resume. Everyone should appreciate this man now while he's still here before he retires, because he's one of the best. Don't appreciate him until when he's gone, because he's not the guy that you want to like cheer for, like a John Jones or Conor, like I mentioned. Respect him now. Give him his props, because he is the best heavyweight ever. Let's move on. Our co-main event. Vicente Luque submits. Man, my God, so many angry people on Twitter because they thought he was going to be a knockout. First, he rocked the hell out of Tyrone Woodley, who came in aggressive. He didn't come in stagnant. He didn't come in boring like he did his last 3 fights when the losing effort with Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington, and Gilbert Burns. This time, he went aggressive. He wanted it. He bull rushed him, got Vicente Luque against the cage. Luque switches around, turns it on Tyrone Woodley. They freaking start exchanging blows once they separate. Luque with the beautiful right hook, just beautiful. What? Oh my God! He left Tyrone Woodley with spaghetti legs, bro. He just threw up his mom's spaghetti. Oh, his knees. Oh. What a fight. That was a beautiful first round. He rocks him. Tyrone Woodley tries to escape. He clips Luque a few times with some counter punches, but he's still dazed. He's backed up against the cage so he doesn't fall backwards, because let's be honest, he's about to fall. Tyrone Woodley is about to fall, and we know it. Luque hits him a few more times. Woodley stumbles forward. He barely has enough strength just to keep his body up with his hands. And at that moment, Vicente Luque says, I'm going to put you in a Darce choke, because there's no way you can stop me at this point. His bearings are gone. He has no conscience of what is happening around him. He's just trying to stand back up, and Woodley gets stuck. And unfortunately, because he chose to be by the cage, but again, his back against the cage, Vicente Luque locks up that Darce choke, yanks him back, puts Woodley's back against the cage. So he tries to wall crawl with his feet, unable to, and is trapped. Can't move, taps out. Vicente Luque defeats the former UFC welterweight champion. An amazing first-round fight. What does this mean for Woodley? He's no longer going to be in the UFC. He's on a 4-fight losing streak. That was the last fight in his contract. I want to say he might end up in PFL or Bellator. He used to work for Scott Coker, the Bellator president, when he was the owner of Strikeforce. So now he can work with him in Bellator every once, or he can go to one championship, but it's over in China, or he can work in the PFL. We'll see how it goes. Tyron Woodley, best of luck, man. You have had a great legacy in the UFC. No matter how much beef you've had with Dana and how much he maybe would discredit you, you were a fantastic champion. You were a fantastic fighter. In your prime, in your days. his best days are behind him. His best days are behind him. But what a mark he left in the welterweight division. He's not a GSP level, but he's like the mid high, championship caliber. Like that's where Kamaru Usman is right now. GSP is on a bracket of his own, but Tyron Woodley is one of the best welterweight champions we've had. A lot of respect to him. Vicente Luque, what can we say about that, man? He's had 8 years in the UFC. A few issues here and there, like going back, but he's entering his prime. He's entering these times where he is moving up the ladder. He was ranked 10th. I'm pretty sure he's going to be ranked higher. He's going to be 7th. He's going to take Tyron Woodley's spot. He's going to be challenging closer and closer, creeping, wanting to get a shot against Kamaru Usman in the future. What a fantastic fight. Definitely worthy of fight of the night. Definitely going to be a considered round of the year later on for the MMA websites that do, round of the year award and stuff like that. And finally, let's talk about the co-main event, the third fight on the card. Sugar Sean O'Malley. Oh, the UFC's Post Malone. I mean, my gosh, if you questioned if his ankles were, still like butter or freaking they break as easy as pretzels, question no more. Or at least put away the questions for now, because, my God, the way he just handled Thomas Almeida. I mean, Thomas Almeida is not even a joke. He's a good fighter. Like, this guy came in 22-4. Like, Thomas Almeida is not a joke. Like, he's good. But my word, the way Sugar Sean O'Malley just, first of all, the first round, he hits him with a beautiful head kick. And he stumbles. And then with a right straight, knocks down, Thomas Almeida. And Sugar Sean, this is where I blame him for this. Like, he got arrogant. He got a little arrogant. He tried to do a walk-off knockout. Unfortunately, and thank you for the ref for noticing, Thomas was not knocked out. Almeida was hurt, but his eyes were wide open. He was in position to defend himself, everything like that. So the fight continued. You messed up, Sugar. You almost had the walk-off knockout right there. Thomas Almeida survives at least to the third round. And my gosh, the 1-2 punch that stumbled Almeida. I mean, my God, if you thought Tyron Woodley has spaghetti legs, my gosh, he had like noodle arms like this, like freaking with his legs, trying to catch his bearings on Sugar Sean, just like, hold me up. Nope, he falls. Then he does a rollover. He's already technically, in my opinion, knocked out. Ref should have called it. But you know what? Sugar Sean said, nah, I fell for it once. I'm not going to let you not call it again. Smooth as walk. Just walks and then boom. While he's down, while Almeida's already out, just a nice right hand, and it's over. Ref has to call it. Sugar Sean O'Malley back on the winning streak, back on his winning ways. It's the fighter we wanted to see when he fought Chito Vera, right? The fight that we wanted him, to have. And unfortunately, Chito Vera, not really. Like, Chito Vera was just smart, right? He freaking beautiful calf kick. Ankle went dead on him. It was over. But beautiful performance by Sean O'Malley. I would want to see him fight Chito Vera again, because I know he feels like he didn't lose. If you saw in the broadcast, he held a 0 when Bruce Buffer was saying 12-1. He's like, no, 12-0, baby, 12-0. I want to see him run it back in the future, but we'll see what happens. Sugar Sean O'Malley, though, has an interesting challenge. Dominic Cruz, the former 2-time UFC bantamweight champion, wants the Rising Star. Man, that's a test. If Sugar Sean wants a test and wants a champion caliber fighter, that's your guy. Sure, he's a lot older. He's played with injuries, but that's the fight you want to see. That's the kind of fight you want to see. And then who knows? Maybe once he fights and defeats Dominic Cruz, maybe he can get that fight he wants with Cody Garbrandt. Because they were talking mad shit last year about who had the knockout of the year and all this shit. I want to see it. If you don't want to see it, you have a problem, because I do want to see it. Oh, it's such a good card. It was, guys, if you didn't watch it, It was legitimately, in my opinion, the best main card of the year so far. We're only in March. We're only in March. And that was already the best main card. That was better than the, McGregor Poirier 2 fight card. That was better than the Usman Burns card. That was better than the 3 championship fights we had earlier this month. I don't even know if the next month's 3 championship fight card is going to have, is going to be better than this one. This was just fantastic all around. Man, I'm so pumped about it. Thank you guys for joining me on this one, on this recap. A lot of fun. You know where to find us. You know where to go on Instagram at Puro Pinche Sports Podcast, on Twitter at PPS_podcast. Follow your boys on YouTube. Click the subscribe button. Click the notification bar. Share it, please. Tell your friends. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, but leave a comment and tell us why. I don't want to just see a random dislike and be like, oh, no reason. Just tell me why. Is it me? Is it my, guess? Is it the stuff behind me? I mean, tell me. If you don't know, then give it a like. Just give it a like. Why not? All right? All right, but thank you for watching, guys. My name is Jose Garza again. This is Puro Pinche Sports, and we are out.